And I'm happy to say that 2 weeks ago, we found the very first in the wild that affects real money. And this is a huge achievement for a very young startup. Thank you very much. And I'm here for your questions.
Judges.
Congratulations for finding the first vulnerability. So, as you work with possible potential clients,
two different deployment scenarios. One is we offer as SaaS. You can just connect your code repository to our platform, and then you use us in your, and then we monitor your ongoing operations. So the lifetime of a customer can be from 5 years to 10 years to 15 years. And we have an on-prem installation for companies that do not wish to go out, and it's the same. The implementation is very, very easy, between 2 days to 5 days on-prem.
Those, because they may not stem from isolated software sources.
Okay, so basically, one of our key proprietary assets is that we scan more than 500,000 smart contracts that are out there. We analyzed everything, we indexed them, and we have a huge repository of best practices. And one of our key value proposition is that for developers, we have like a find and replace vulnerability. Once we find an issue in your code, we offer you a replacement, and everything is done automatically. In the world of IoT, if smart contracts will be the one that the predefined rules will be set in a smart contract, those smart contracts need to be audited and continuously audited, and once you want to update, change, whatever, you still need our predictive analysis tool in order to ensure that there is zero future impact with the release of new versions of your smart contract.
Do you have free tiers in the SaaS model as well, or paid tiers only, and what is the base price?
Okay, so it's only a paid tier. We are a B2B company, and there is a $2,000 per month for 10 seats, plus $7,000 per 1 million transaction, and the price grows according to the amount of transactions.
And how is your revenue figures looking already?
We are now in the stage of paid pilots, so we still don't have MRR or...
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Round of applause to Valid Network. Now, we was waiting on our last finalist. I do believe, oh, he's here, he is here. Please let me introduce you to Zain Rana from Farmium. Zain, round of applause for Zain. There's your phone book.
Thank you.
Zain, your 3 minutes starts now.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Farmium. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about our blockchain and AI platform and how we're revolutionizing healthcare for every single one of us. So Farmium's vision is straightforward. We're using private blockchain technology to allow medical data to flow globally. At the patient's own control, they can transfer this data to all healthcare participants. This data is fed into our AI algorithms that analyzes the information for any errors, irregularities, or unusual patterns, thereby minimizing human-based errors. So what Farmium is doing is allowing patients to connect to doctors, pharmacies, pharmaceutical companies, hospitals, and insurance, all under our smart network. The problems we're addressing affect every single one of you in this room right now. Medical errors are the third largest cause of death. As a healthcare professional in training myself, I've seen this in first-hand experience. To put this in perspective, ladies and gentlemen, if you look to your left and right, the three closest people to you, including yourself, statistically speaking, one of you will be affected by a medical error. In 2019, this shouldn't exist. The next problem we're talking also and addressing is expensive medication. Some have increased by as much as 40% since 2015. The security of medical data and the rapid transfer in today's digital era should be enabled. Medical data has been estimated to be worth more to cyber criminals than your own credit card information, which tells you everything. The opportunity is absolutely astronomical. In 2019 alone, $872 billion will be transacted in medication alone. This is rising to $1.2 trillion by the year 2024. The ability to tokenize this industry is revolutionary for healthcare as a whole. Since Pharmium's first product, Blue Patient, which is an analytics software, this has been adopted in the UK's National Health Service as of last year and is in use on a daily basis. UK is one of the most strictest regions for healthcare adoption as well, which is fantastic traction for the project. Pharmium's solution is 4 specific layers. The first layer is a blockchain-based system. That's a private permission blockchain based on Hyperledger Fabric that allows patients to transfer their medical data in a matter of seconds, verified and validated all of the blockchain. The artificial intelligence layer has that data fed into it and analyzes for any errors. It consists of deep learning and reinforcement deep learning and analyzes any unusual patterns that can indicate medical errors. And the idea of Pharmium is to enable doctors to have less workload, pharmacies enhance their revenue streams, and patients benefit from patient-centric healthcare. This is our roadmap going from 2017 up until the point where we are right now with the products we've developed. Anyone can go into our website and check that out. Just a bit about our team. Again, you can go on the website and the partners we have on board, all of whom share the same passion and electricity in revolutionizing healthcare and delivering real results. And about our token ecosystem as well, being used to tokenize one of the largest industries in the world and payment for healthcare costs.
Time is up.
Oh, bloody hell.
Thank you. Judges.
Hi. I'm just wondering in terms of data security, whether you have any measures for that.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, what can you tell us about, how you're securing the data? Because obviously it's very sensitive medical data, and if you can tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so we're using an off-chain, on-chain mechanism. No private information is stored on the blockchain. Due to its immutability, you wouldn't be able to erase that. So when it comes to Health Information Portability and Accountability Act, standard GDPR rules, and all of the other regulations that slightly different countries, we're fortunate that because we're using a permission blockchain architecture, we can tailor it. It's very plug and play in the sense that different jurisdictions and the different regulations they have, and security-wise, it's far beyond that than any other systems being in use. And future-proof as well, based on where the direction GDPR seems to be going with user control and erasure and right to anonymization. We'll be able to grant this for every single person as well. No more questions?
No, I have the usual question.
I was waiting for this one as well.
Are you raising, and how much?
So we're running a token sale as an initial exchange offering, most likely in Q3. We're raising as a soft cap 1.5 million and a hard cap of $9 million.
And what's going to be your business model?
So the business model is in the sense that when patients transfer their data and pay for it, pay for prescriptions essentially and their medication. We take a commission from each sale for pharmacies. So pharmacies have zero overhead costs and they actually increase their revenue streams by using the Pharmium platform. It can coexist with other systems in use, so it enhances adoption. There's no need to reinvent the wheel overnight, which is a massive problem for blockchain adoption. There's other revenue models which we can also tap into. When patients want to monetize their medical data using Pharmium, we'll be using zero-knowledge proofs to accomplish this. We'll be able to take a cut out of that commission as well. And also, there's another model that we'll be looking into, which is a subscription model for hospitals that want to use the Pharmium AI and the Pharmium system for their patients. They'll save money on costs for admin work, paper processes, errors, lawsuits. It's a massive area. We'll be able to take a subscription model from that as well.
What is your target market, first go-to-market?
The UK, so we've already got significant traction in the UK's National Health Service, which is the public sector. Then we're going to be working on the private sector.
Define significant traction?
So we already have our first product being used. I think as of last year, around 5,000 to 7,000 patients have already used this, using NHS pharmacies. Anyone who's from the UK would realize it's one of the most strictest healthcare regions, which is fantastic because actually they reached out to us, which is even better. In time as well.
Fantastic job. I love this guy's enthusiasm down here. As we're collecting are we collected? We have the scores on the doors or not? We don't. We still don't. Okay, fantastic. Now, as we are collecting, obviously, the scores, I just want to make you aware, obviously, AI is a new industry that we've implemented to the AIBC Summit. We will be back here in November, okay? So join us, be with us, all right? Excited, I'll be here. Hopefully you'll be here with us, all right? It's without a doubt an exciting, a fast-moving, and an unknown industry. And what's to come? This is why we're obviously entering a winter edition of the AIBC, because obviously it's such fast-moving and we want to stay pace with the market, okay? So I believe we're just totting up the scores. Any feedback from the judges while we're calculating the scores? Anyone want to add? Don't ask me if I'm raising. Don't ask me if I'm raising.
So the traditional definition of startups is always be raising. Obviously,
Absolutely.
Maybe we are adopting a new definition, which is perfectly fine, but I still needed to ask the question.
You don't need to justify to me, Judge. Brilliant. Any more? Any more feedback? No? We must have blown them away then. More women, yes. It's a bit masculine on our panel. But no, I believe they're doing a great job. Thank you for supporting us. Just while we're getting in, let's make a round of applause to the judges. As we are just...
It's interesting actually to see the new innovative startups actually coming up, because
Any sort of what you believe?
Who is one of the founders of Wired magazine and a GATE analyst of the technology platform and landscape, he says AI is like electricity 100 years ago, and it is going to be the engine of thousands and tens of thousands of startups. Wow. And as of right now, you can actually think of X plus AI. So you can start to reimagine how you approach a business or a sector of the economy if you re-engineer it with AI in mind. And today that is a clear differentiator. And similarly to how, if you went to a corporation and they said, oh, we are using electricity, you wouldn't be very much surprised. Maybe in 10 or 20 years, using AI will be the default. But of course, today it is not yet like that.
I think AI is going to be very pervasive. I think it's going to be everywhere and ubiquitous. So I do see the commoditization of AI to happen, just as smartphones were novel at some point, and nowadays everyone has them. I think that AI is going to be absolutely everywhere, and I think the best thing that can happen to AI is if everyone stops almost mentioning it. Again, no one mentions about innovation in electricity anymore. I mean, no one is excited pitching the grid, the electrical grid, but without it, we wouldn't do anything.
One of the reasons why this may not actually happen is because the speed of change in AI research and the upside opportunity of discovering completely new approaches is very, very open. So the very definition of AI is changing, and new kinds of AI are emerging all the time.
Okay, thank you.